Harlequin and Harper Audio present Summer on the Ranch by Susan Mallery, performed by Tanya Eby. Prologue. Alex, I think you should take a look at this. Princess Alexandra Wyndham, the oldest of King Philip's 4 daughters, glanced up from the computer printout she'd been scanning. It was nearly 11 in the morning, and she was, as usual, buried in her daily reports. The kingdom of Winborough might not be huge, but it required a large staff to keep things running smoothly. Despite the efficiency of the palace's employees and loyalty of the senior staff, Alex insisted on overseeing many things herself. She spent her mornings in her office, looking for potential problems and smoothing them out before anyone noticed they'd been there in the first place. Her afternoons and evenings were reserved for state functions and occasionally, very occasionally, time for herself. Alex set down the papers and smiled at Laura Bishop, the social secretary who had been with the royal family for 5 years. "Another marriage proposal from an American rock star?" Alex asked. "While I don't understand them, I do confess to being flattered. After all, I'll be 30 next year. Not exactly the right age to be a bimbo." She wrinkled her nose. "Is that term still in use, or am I being old-fashioned again?" Laura grinned. "I think bimbo still works, although it's not really appropriate when used to describe a princess." Her smile faded. "No marriage proposal this time. It's a little more serious than that. I didn't know what to do with this." She waved the single sheet of paper. "I thought about going to the king, but he and your mother are busy with plans for the celebration, and I wasn't sure." Her voice trailed off. Alex gave Laura her full attention. The royal social secretary was many wonderful things, including efficient. It wasn't like her to be indecisive about anything. "All right," Alex said slowly and held out her hand. When Laura gave her the letter, she scanned it quickly, then read it a second time. Her breath caught in her throat, and her chest tightened. "Dear Lord, can this be right?" "I don't know," Laura admitted. Was it possible? Alex shook her head to clear it, but her confused thoughts refused to be put in order. What to do? "I'm glad you didn't go to my parents," Alex said slowly. "If it's true, then it's wonderful news. But if it isn't, they could be devastated all over again. I don't want that." Laura nodded. "That's what I thought, too. I don't know the whole story, but I've read about the basics." "I don't think anyone knows the whole story. That's part of the problem." She set the letter on her desk. "All right. Tell my sisters that I need to see them immediately." She glanced at her slender, elegant gold watch. "Have them meet me for lunch in our private dining room at noon. I'll tell the kitchen to have something simple sent up." She looked at her friend. "I want you to be there too, Laura." Laura stared back at her. "Are you sure? Isn't this a family matter?" "Yes, but I suspect we're going to need your help. I have a couple of ideas. If my sisters agree with my plan, then you'll be an important part of things." Despite her shock, Alex managed a smile. "As usual." "Thank you." After Laura left, Alex turned in her chair and stared out the window. The view was nearly as familiar as her own reflection. She'd spent many hours in this office, working, planning, and, during rare moments of quiet, dreaming. While Wyndham Castle was a major tourist attraction, and even now a large group of visitors toured the manicured gardens below her 3rd-story window, it was also her home. She'd been born here, grown up, played, laughed, and cried, all within the confines of the old stone and wood structure. People she met often asked her what it was like to live in a castle, but for Alexandra, it was all she'd ever known. If she occasionally wondered what it would be like to live a normal life, she reminded herself that she'd been blessed by her circumstances and her loving family. She had wonderful parents and 3 sisters with whom she was very close. Without turning around, she reached behind her and picked up the letter Laura had brought her. As she fingered the inexpensive writing paper, she considered how she'd thought her future was set. Was that all about to change?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?